Ford Field, electric, Detroit, alive, the Lions, hungry. Across the field, the Buffalo Bills. A clash of titans, a battle for playoff supremacy, was about to unfold. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement. The Lions, roaring back from years of struggle, were eager to prove their mettle against a perennial powerhouse. The Bills, with their high-octane offense, were on a mission to solidify their place atop the AFC. The energy in the stadium was palpable, a mix of anticipation and anxiety that hung thick in the air. This was more than just a matchup, it was a clash of styles. The Lions, with their gritty determination and never-say-die attitude, embodied the spirit of their city. The Bills, with their explosive plays and calculated aggression, represented a force to be reckoned with. The stage was set, the lights were bright, and the eyes of the NFL world were focused on this epic showdown. The Lions, under the guidance of head coach Dan Campbell, had undergone a transformation. His leadership and vision had breathed new life into a franchise that had long been mired in mediocrity. No longer the laughingstock of the league, the Lions had found their roar. They had become a force to be reckoned with, a team that played with heart, grit, and determination. They had become a force to be reckoned with. Week after week, they showcased their resilience and tenacity, proving that they could compete with the best. Jared Goff, often doubted and dismissed, had silenced his critics with his steady hand and clutch performances. His leadership on the field had been instrumental in the Lions' resurgence, and his ability to stay calm under pressure had earned him the respect of his teammates and fans alike. The Bills, led by the dynamic Josh Allen, were a known commodity, a team expected to compete for a Super Bowl. Allen's arm strength and mobility made him a dual-threat quarterback, capable of making plays with both his arm and his legs. Their offense, a well-oiled machine, could score at will. With a plethora of weapons at Allen's disposal, the Bills' offense was a nightmare for any defense to contend with. Their defense, anchored by a ferocious pass rush, was a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. The Bills' defense prided itself on its ability to disrupt the opposing offense, creating turnovers and making big plays when it mattered most. Both teams entered this game riding a wave of momentum. The Lions, with their newfound confidence, were eager to prove that their recent success was no fluke. The Bills, on the other hand, were determined to maintain their position as one of the elite teams in the league. The Lions, fresh off a string of impressive victories, were eager to prove their hot streak was no fluke. They had battled through adversity and come out stronger on the other side, and they were ready to show the world what they were capable of. The Bills, determined to maintain their position atop the AFC East, were not about to let their guard down. They knew that every game was a test, and they were prepared to give it their all to come out on top. This game wasn't just about the here and now, it was about sending a message. It was about showing the rest of the league that they were serious contenders, capable of going toe-to-toe with the best. It was about establishing dominance, about staking a claim as a true contender. Both teams knew that a win here would be a statement, a declaration of their intentions for the rest of the season. The stage was set for an epic showdown, and neither team was willing to back down. Jared Goff, often overlooked and underestimated, had become the heart and soul of the Lions. His journey from being a top draft pick to facing criticism and doubt has shaped him into a resilient leader. His ability to read defenses, make quick decisions, and deliver accurate throws had been instrumental in their resurgence. Goff's meticulous preparation and understanding of the game have allowed him to exploit weaknesses in opposing defenses. Against the Bills, he would need to be at his best. The pressure was immense, but Goff thrived in these high-stakes situations, where every decision could change the game's outcome. Josh Allen, a physical specimen with a cannon for an arm, presented a different kind of challenge. His imposing presence on the field and ability to make plays out of nothing made him a formidable opponent. His ability to extend plays, escape pressure, and make throws on the run made him a constant threat. Allen's versatility and athleticism allowed him to turn broken plays into big gains. His arm strength allowed him to stretch the field vertically, testing the limits of the Lions' secondary. Allen's deep throws could change the momentum of the game in an instant. The quarterback matchup was a study in contrasts. Goff's precision and timing versus Allen's raw power and improvisation created a fascinating dynamic. Goff, the pocket passer, relying on timing, accuracy, and his receiver's ability to create separation. His methodical approach and trust in his teammates were key to his success. Allen, the dual threat, capable of beating you with his arm or his legs, a constant source of pressure for the Lions' defense. His unpredictability kept defenses on their toes, always guessing his next move. This was a battle of styles, a test of wills. As two of the league's premier quarterbacks went head-to-head, the outcome would hinge on who could impose their will and execute their game plan more effectively. Section 4, Walls of Defense, Trenches of Power. The Lions' defense, while much improved, faced a daunting task against the Bills' high-powered offense. They would need to generate pressure on Allen, disrupt his rhythm, and force him into making quick decisions. The battle in the trenches between the Lions' defensive line and the Bills' offensive line would be crucial. The Bills' defense, known for its aggressive style and ability to create turnovers, couldn't afford to overlook the Lions' offense. They would need to contain Goff, limit his time in the pocket, and prevent him from finding his rhythm. The battle between the Bills' secondary and the Lions' receivers promised to be a highlight. Defense wins championships, or so the saying goes. In this game, it would likely determine the outcome. The team that could impose its will, create turnovers, and keep the opposing offense off balance would have a distinct advantage. Section 5. Fireworks on the field, second half explosion. The first half was a tense, back-and-forth affair, both defenses playing with a ferocity that mirrored the intensity of the rivalry. But as the third quarter unfolded, the game exploded into a shootout. Josh Allen, as if awakened from a slumber, began to dissect the Lions' defense. His passes were laser-like, finding his receivers in tight windows. He extended plays with his legs, turning broken plays into big gains. Not to be outdone, Jared Goff and the Lions' offense answered the bell. Goff, showing remarkable poise under pressure, picked apart the Bills' secondary. He connected with his receivers on a series of clutch throws, keeping the Lions within striking distance. The fourth quarter was a roller coaster of emotions, lead changes, and momentum swings. Both teams traded blows, refusing to yield, each score raising the stakes. Section 6. Echoes of the battlefield impact and aftermath. As the clock ticked down, the tension in the stadium was palpable. Every second felt like an eternity, with fans on the edge of their seats, hearts pounding in unison with the ticking clock. The roar of the crowd was deafening, a testament to the magnitude of the game. The energy was electric, a wave of emotion that surged through the stands, uniting strangers in a shared experience of anticipation and excitement. When the final whistle blew, it was the Buffalo Bills who emerged victorious. Their jubilation was evident as they hugged and high-fived, celebrating a hard-fought win that had tested their limits and showcased their resilience. But the Lions, despite the loss, had proved their point. They had shown determination and grit, patting each other on the back as a sign of solidarity and mutual respect. Their journey was far from over. They had gone toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the league, and they had not backed down. Every tackle, every play was a testament to their commitment and their refusal to be intimidated. Their performance, filled with grit and determination, had earned them the respect of their opponents and the league. They had pushed through adversity, showing that they were a force to be reckoned with. The Bills, though relieved to escape with a win, knew they had been in a battle. They caught their breath, acknowledging the tough game and the formidable challenge posed by the Lions. The Lions had exposed some weaknesses, areas they would need to address if they were to make a deep playoff run. The coaching staff and players knew that adjustments were necessary, and they began strategizing for future games. The game had lived up to its billing, a clash of titans that had captivated the NFL world. The dramatic plays and intense action on the field had kept everyone on the edge of their seats, making it a memorable spectacle. It was a game that would be talked about for years to come, a testament to the spirit of competition and the allure of the NFL. The highlights would be replayed, the moments analyzed, and the stories told, cementing its place in the annals of football history. Updated on all the latest NFL news and highlights.